Mm. All right, we got to try this again. All right, we got to try this again. I do apologize, everybody. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having troubles. Brandon Schultz, how's it going, Brandon? Coming in with the page like as well just recently. Thank you, much love. Appreciate that. All right, guys, so we're gonna try this again. Kilty coming back with the love as well. How you doing, Kilt, bro? Just making sure everything's good this time. I don't know what happened last time. Kilt coming in with the share as well. All right, everybody. I think we can get this going. So, welcome. We are here to do the broadcast for GTRC today. And GTRC is just a small little league of guys. And it's just a bunch of dudes that are buddies. They like to have some fun. They like to sim race on GT Sport. And they do it together in a league. So, this is what we're going to be broadcasting here for you today. This is a rebroadcast today, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I was unable to do the broadcast live for these amazing group of guys due to other obligations that I had over the weekend. So we are finally going to get this broadcast off for these guys tonight. So make sure you guys show the love. Make sure you guys cheer these guys on. Make sure you guys get involved in the chat. Some of these guys will be in the chat this evening, so you can talk with the drivers as well. And we are doing a 50-minute enduro on Willow Springs. And we're doing it with GRB cars, ladies and gentlemen. What I say, GRB cars. That's right. We're doing this with rally cars. So we're doing a little rally road racing here. So this is actually going to be a really fun race, I think. It's always interesting to see rally cars on a circuit track. They're interesting cars to drive. So some of the requirements for the race are mandatory soft tires. There is one mandatory pit stop in the race. And the tire wear is 3 times, and the fuel consumption is also set at 3 times. So, with that being said, I would assume that fuel is most likely going to be somewhat of a factor today in this race, and tire wear is definitely probably going to be a factor. Now, it'll be interesting to see, because anybody who knows Willow Springs knows that you get 1 pixel of your tire off the edge of the track here on this iconic racetrack in the United States, and you're going off. You're going to be building sandcastles. You're going to be digging ditches. You're going to be you're going to be plowing some. So you're going to be plowing some sand for a while. So rally cars, of course, are designed to drive off road. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if these guys dip their tires off the edge of the track here today as well. See how these cars handle that here on Willow Springs. So what we're going to do is we are absolutely just going to get this underway. Because this is a rebroadcast, ladies and gentlemen, we won't have the qualifier for you. I do apologize about that. But we do at least have the full 50-minute race here today. And let's get it going. Let's get it going. I can't use my keyboard today, so we have to get old school and do it on controller here. Revving up, so we do have lights ready. These guys are ready to go green. As soon as those green lights go, you're going to see some... Oh, there we go. We're green, ladies and gentlemen. The race is a go. So we have Tappan first. We have Doug Barrow in second. We've got Hair Razor in third. We've got Boo Fushira? Fushadir. We're going to call him Boo. We're calling him Boo because that's a big name. We got Glow Sticks here in fifth. We got... ooh, man. What's with all these names? Supra. We got Bar in seventh. We got Type R in 8th, we've got Happy Pappy in 9th, and we've got Astro in 10th. So let's get up to the front of the pack here. We are on the first lap of the race. We are, as I said, with GRB cars today. So And we have a very wide variety of them on track, so this should be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just going to stick with tap here for a minute, and we'll keep our eye on that beautiful radar screen in the top right-hand corner of the screen here. And that's kind of going to tell us if we need to be looking down the field for anything. Right now, so the guys had a really good start on this race, really good clean first corner, which is super important in these endurance races. You get 10, 12, 16 cars all going into the first corner together. I love that Audi Quattro. Seriously, that car is so OP. Love that car. Anyways, back to it. Bar here in 7th. These drivers did a fantastic job of not piling into each other and causing a big incident into the first corner. So, a huge respect to these guys. And we do have a move trying to be made here on tap by Doug Barrow. So we do have a battle here for first and second. We just had a pass up in behind these guys for third place. Let's get to that real quick. Let's go snip that back 30 seconds here so we can see Hair Razor making his move. Actually, it looked like Boo tried to take that spot from Hair Razor, and Hair Razor defended the spot. Is what it looks like to turn out to be here. So we're just gonna let that go here for a second. Maybe I'm seeing things, ladies and gentlemen. It's always entirely possible. Sometimes when you're trying to look at 6 things at one time, you think you see something that never happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened there. We just saw something that didn't actually happen. Alright, so, back to it. Hair Razor in 3rd. We got Boo sitting here in 4th. We've got Glow Sticks in 5th here. Oh, there we go. Got that Peugeot a little off in the dirt there. The car actually took it quite well, but he also wasn't on the outside of a corner. He was just driving in a straight line there. So, I'm really interested to see what happens when a car goes off one of the corners on the track here, one of these rally cars, to see how these guys handle it. So we have Type R still in 8th. We got Pappy in 9th and Astro in 10th. These guys are kind of having a... looks like to be a little bit of a mini battle going on back here. So let's stick with these guys for a second. We got one driving the Subaru, we got one in a Peugeot, and we got one in... I can't tell from here. One in the Evo. There's some nice, good-looking liveries here, too, on these cars today, ladies and gentlemen. Liveries, liveries, I guess it all depends on how you pronounce it. So we did have a move from Doug Barrow on tap for the lead while we were trying to figure out what happened for 3rd and 4th there. So we have the ability to do this. There we go. Because this is a rebroadcast, we can continue to do as many replays as we want to today, which is fantastic. So here's the move from tap on Doug Barrow. Looks like a really nice move. Just gets nice and tight on the inside line into this long, high-speed sweeping corner. It's kind of a tricky corner. It's not a full speed corner, but you have to let off the throttle just the smallest amount. And right when it turns into the start-finish line, you almost have to downshift and upshift real quick just to get that little bit of rotation out of the car to keep it on the track. So here's the move from Tap as he goes a little bit of a dive on the inside there. A little bit, not too badly. Doug Barrow definitely left the room there for him, so just a small amount of contact, no harm, no foul. Rubbins is racing, ladies and gentlemen, it happens. So that was a good move there. And we do have Hair Razor now right on top of Doug Barrow, looking for 2nd place. Let's see what happens here. It's such a good battle right here up at the front, you know. Where do you look? So we do have Doug Barrow. Still trying to keep the pressure on tap here as well. Obviously, he wants that first place. Nice little slide around the corner there. Little Tokyo drift action from Doug Barrow there. Actually, it didn't lose him any speed at all, as a matter of fact. That was actually a really good drift around the corner there. And then we have Hair Razor here in 3rd place. We've got Boo still in 4th. We have Glow Stick still in 5th. We have Supra still in 6th. Bar still in 7th. Type R in 8th, Pappy in 9, and Astro in 10. So the positions haven't really changed too much except for right up front here. We've had Doug Barrow and Tap kind of swap spots, and we got a nice little battle here for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place right now. And you can just see 4th and 5th sitting back. They're maybe just sitting back a little bit, waiting for these guys to maybe make a mistake while they're battling for position and try to take advantage. I mean, if I was sitting where those guys were right now, that's exactly what would be going through my mind. So just stick up with these guys. And okay, there we go. We just had Tap go off the track there. So if that was a Group 3 car or a Group 4 car, I highly doubt that car was going to maintain course there. So the rally cars are definitely helping as far as track limits goes today. Not spinning out as easily here on Willow Springs, as Doug Barrow easily gets back around Tap there with a mistake coming out of the corners there. So Doug Barrow now retaining first place back, and Tap still does have 0.1 second of a penalty there, so he will have to get rid of that. And Hairraiser is absolutely all over the back end of him right now, so let's get a little chase cam going here as these two are kind of battling it out for second place here. A little look through the back window as Hairraiser is straight up all over the back end of him. Yeah, we totally do, Kilt. I agree, man. I totally agree, brother. This looks like a lot of fun, actually. And oh, nice little attempt by Tap there to get it back around Doug Barrow, but in the process he lost a lot of time there, and well, that cost him second place for the time being. So we'll have to keep our eye on those front three, man, because they're really battling hard. I think this is going to be a pretty good battle between those three for quite some time. So we do have Glowsticks trying to make a move on Boo here. As Glowsticks is going to be on the outside, though. Maybe thinking about as he left that wide open for Supra to just drive that Audi Quattro right through there. They are still fighting side by side here. Audi getting a little bit loose there. Let's get to this battle here. It does manage to get around though. So these GRB cars are already proving to have some small advantages on Willow Springs here today. They're not losing control as easily, getting into the dust, getting into the dirt, even coming a little faster on the corners. These cars seem to be actually holding the track quite well. So this is really going to be a good race, ladies and gentlemen. I actually fully expected it was going to be a good race, but having GRB cars on the road course. So we have Barr sitting here in 7th. He is starting to lose a little bit of pace on 6th and above, with Type R and Happy Pappy and Astro a little bit further behind them. So the last four guys, maybe we're having a little bit of a battle. Maybe there was an incident. Maybe a car lost it on track a little bit and it just slowed this group down. But the front six have definitely opened up what looks to be about a 3-second gap at the moment here. We can go definitely check the live timing in a minute. We can definitely refine what that gap is. So we do have Doug Barrow in first. We have Hairraiser now still in second. Tap trying to get that position back from him, but Tap is kind of in that position right now where he's trying to attack, but also has to defend from Boo behind him. And I gotta say that Nissan's looking pretty good there, Boo. That is a pretty good looking livery, my friend. Good stuff. You know, I love looking at the liveries on these cars. A lot of work goes into these liveries, guys. Liveries, depending on how it is you pronounce it, I suppose. Sometimes days, if not weeks, go into some of these race car designs. So just fantastic job by all the drivers. And then, of course, just some real simple liveries as well. The Audi Quattro, I'm pretty sure that's stock on it. So that's what it comes with. That's what it looks like. Oh, holy moly, there we go. Barr has gone way off track. And oh, no, he has ended up in that. Oh, anybody who races on Willow Springs knows that that is the absolute worst possible spot to lose your car in off this track. You get caught in that stupid little, I don't know what that is, pit box thing there. And it just costs you so much time. So hopefully Barr's alright and he can get back on track with the race. How's it going, Doug? Brandon definitely was struggling this race. It happens to the best of us, brother. It happens to the best of us. And we do have Tap. Tap is really battling here to hold on to second place now. So we did get back around Hairraiser. We missed it because we were busy watching our boy Barr end up in the worst possible spot on the racetrack, unfortunately. Everybody hates that little spot in the racetrack. It is so easy to go off there. You just go a little too fast around that corner when you need to downshift to the 4th gear and just catch that edge. And well, we've seen what the end result of that is. So these rally cars aren't impervious, unfortunately, to Willow Springs. But it looked good, man. That was a nice drift through the dirt. I'm not gonna lie. It looked really good. As we have Super here in 5th, we've got Glowsticks in 6th. We have Type R in 7th here, and he's got a really nice looking livery, depending how you pronounce it, sitting there as well on that Subaru. And Happy Pappy came around that corner at maximum speed. He could not have gone around that corner any faster. Nice little holiday theme on this Peugeot here today. Actually, that looks nice and shiny. We got some bright colors. We got some snowflakes. Got a little holiday bell on the front. Nice little touch to the UK there on the front spoiler of that car. And then we have Astro here in 9th, and Barr, who, again, as we just saw, had a little incident at the track there, so we'll see if he can catch up. It's Willow Springs, literally anything can happen here, ladies and gentlemen, so nobody is ever out of the race. If you know, it's frustrating, I get that, ladies and gentlemen, if you play the game, if you drive, or if you're a racer, no matter whether it be Gran Turismo Sport, ACCI Racing, F1, whatever the case is, MotoGP, you know, don't give up, guys. Get back on track because anything can happen. You just never give up. Put your paces in, and you never know. You might be rewarded for it down the road. So we do have Doug Barrow here in first place. We have Tap in second. Tap is now starting to put some pretty good pressure on Doug here. So, judging by what I could tell when I was driving with these gentlemen in the season finale a few weeks ago as a guest driver, these two guys have been battling up front here for quite a bit of the previous seasons. So they're definitely very quick, pacey drivers, and clearly not very, not unfamiliar with battling each other here on track, as we could tell here. They look very, very comfortable in this little battle they have here. Very patient, good clean lines, nobody's contacting each other. So it'd be interesting to see which one of these two is going to come out on top of this battle today. So we do have Boo, Supra, and Hair Razor. Hair Razor losing a couple of positions here in the last lap. And that Audi Quattro now starting to do some work here. I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that car is just OP, for real. That car is so OP, that little Audi Quattro. It's I believe it's a 1984 Audi, ladies and gentlemen, up against all these newer aged rally cars. But that thing is just one solid, speedy little race car. And the Supra is just giving him the business there, all over the back end of that absolutely gorgeous blue and pink Nissan there. So try not to hit the paint. I don't think the body shop guys will like that too much. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. We have Hair Razor here in fifth. We got Glow Sticks now in sixth. We have Type R looking like he's kind of starting to get back on that front group a little bit. So tires are starting to get to that right temperature. He's feeling comfortable on the track. Happy Pappy not too far behind him. Astro about the same distance behind Pappy. And our poor boy Bar here is having a rough race. Sorry, Bar. I always keep looking at the wrong spot, my guy. Glow Sticks. What happened here? Glow Sticks is in first place? Okay, hold on. What did I miss here? Pits. Alright, guys are starting to make their pit stops. Okay, that's what I missed. So we do have Glow Sticks opting out of not pitting, and those tires actually not looking too terribly bad on this Peugeot. So probably got a couple laps left in him yet, depending on fuel, of course. Happy Pappy overtaking second place. We have Tap now coming out of the pits in third, and Astro in fourth, who has to pit still. We do have Boo now coming out in fifth, so Boo jumping a couple spots coming out of pit lane there. Doug in sixth, Supra there in seventh, Hair Razor in eighth. We have Type R in ninth, and poor Bar here, still doing his thing, man. As I said, you just got to keep it going. You never know what's going to happen, so we'll have to see how that progresses for our for Bar there in this race today. Hopefully he can get at least back in the pack and start pushing for some spots. So we're going to stick with Glow Sticks here until I either see something going down on the map. Actually, I think I do. Hold on. Yeah, we do. We have Hair Razor and Supra extremely close together here, as I suspected. So we're going to stick with these guys here for a minute. Glow Sticks now diving into the pits. I suspect that the rest of the drivers are going to do the same. Happy Pappy actually opting to stay out. And that Quattro all kinds of squarely going into that corner. He did a really good job at keeping it together there. And maybe only losing about a tenth of a second time ahead of Hair Razor ahead of him there. So Glow Sticks and Astro now coming in for their pit stops. We have Type R, Bar. No, we have Bar and Happy Pappy left to take a pit stop here with, I think we're about 14 or 15 minutes into the race at this point here now. So we still have Happy Pappy in the lead at the moment. We have Tap, who will maintain race, retake race lead once Happy Pappy pits, or he's going to take it from Happy Pappy before that point comes. I guess we'll have to see here. Tap is absolutely just flying around Willow Springs here today. He's looking extremely solid. So Definitely going to be one of the drivers to look out for today as potential winner or at least podium of the race by the looks of things early on in the stages here. So I'm just curious if he's just going to sit tight behind Pappy here and wait till we get back around the track, or ooh, yeah, he's cruising. He is absolutely cruising. He went way deep outside, kind of really slammed on the brake real quick there. Got that back end of the car to kind of slide around the corner for him, and didn't lose any speed. Managed to get around Happy Pappy on the outside. That was actually an absolutely beautiful move by Tap there. A lot of skill required to pull that off on the outside. So a great job by Tap to get around Happy Pappy there with some serious authority, may I add. That was just a fantastic move, ladies and gentlemen. So I am expecting to see that Pappy is absolutely going to have to pit this time, you would think. His fuel, I don't think he's got enough fuel to get back around for another lap. So we will see him most likely pit. So that will put Boob into second, Doug into third. Hair Razor into fourth, Super into fifth, Glow Sticks back into sixth, Type R into 7, Astro into 8, Bar into 9. Well, potentially, Bar could gain a spot here, so we'll have to see. Happy Pappy is literally putting that fuel line right down to the limit, so he is going to be stuck in the pit for a little bit of time, waiting for the crew to fill that tank back up. Sometimes it's not the best idea to continue just pushing to the end of your fuel window. It comes down to kind of watching your times on track. If you're maintaining your pace, then it's not so bad. But if you start to lose a little bit of your race pace because you're just trying to push out the rest of your fuel window, but you're on old tires, it's not necessarily worth staying out on the track for that extra lap or two. Sometimes it's better just to get into the pits, get that fresh rubber on your car, and honestly, I mean, save a little bit of time refueling in the pits, to be honest with you. But I mean, I do a lot of endurance racing, so that just comes from a personal experience. It's not always best to run right to the end of your fuel window if you really, it comes down to whether or not you're maintaining your race pace. Sometimes you just got to pit just to get those fresh tires back on the car and to get back on your times. So let's go ahead and take a look at the live timing here real quick. We have Boo's 1 second behind Tap. Doug is right all over Boo. Hair Razor is 3 seconds behind with Supra all over him. And then there's a fair size gap. We got about an 11-second gap between 6th and 5th. And then a 6-second gap, a 4 and 5 second, a 1 second, and Bar doing not too bad, closing up the gap there as Tap is moving down the line here. He had to have had an incident. Let's go take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. The leader, ladies and gentlemen, has, again, this long, high-speed sweeping corner. I was talking about this just a little bit earlier. He's just a little bit too far outside trying to make that corner, and off he goes. But thankfully for Tap, he didn't end up in the bad spot like Bar did earlier on in the race. He did at least manage to keep it on the inside of that little whatever the heck that is out there, a little pit box window or something. I'm not sure what's going on there, but has suffered some front aero and left suspension damage, so that is definitely going to affect his pace until he decides to go in and fix that damage. So Tap will be slowing down a little bit here for a little bit on track until he's able to fix it. So we do have Boo retaining the race lead now. So that Nissan, that absolutely gorgeous blue and pink Nissan, pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, in the lead. And Doug all over the back of that Nissan. So we're going to keep our eye on this battle for first place here, as well as to see if Boo can actually hold Doug off. Doug is a very pacey driver as well. So he's not an easy guy to keep behind you, ladies and gentlemen. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, you got to love the cars in the dirt. Ah, great catch with the Bar falling off again. Doug's enjoying that, is he? See, this is why I love working with you guys. You guys are absolutely just a great group of dudes. You just sit there and have fun with each other, and you know, a little bit of trash talk. It's always good to have a little bit of trash talk. Got Elliott Smith coming in with the like, Orlando Gonzalez coming in with the like, Method coming in with the like as well. We'll get that YouTube channel posted up on the next broadcast for you guys for the GTRC YouTube as well, and make sure that we go and send those boys some love over there on their YouTube channel as well. And we will be doing their next broadcast live as well on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. So the next one should be a fun one too. I'm not going to say what it is. You're just going to have to tune in to find out. Where I started was in dirt, yeah. Oh, I know, the Willow Springs is brutal, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely despise this racetrack personally. I hate this racetrack with a passion. So Doug is absolutely just all over the back end of that Nissan. Let's get into that, and let's take a look at what it looks like from, as if he were looking in his review mirror, so to speak, right now. So this is what he's seeing when he's looking in his mirror right now. All he's seeing is a whole lot of Doug all over him. As Doug is going to try and make this move to the outside here. Can't make it stick, and that actually causes him to lose the track a little bit. However, does a great job at saving it. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is, that OP Audi Quattro moving up the pack, now sitting in second place. I gotta tell you, that car, man, if you can figure that car out, it is super OP. I don't care what anybody says, man. That car is just so fun to play with. So we now have Doug in third, with Supra taking over that position. It was really unfortunate for Doug. He was really trying to make a good move. He was having a good battle with Boo there. And, oh, man, I'm sorry, Bar. I swear to God, I got spidey senses today. So we have Bar absolutely going for a loop here. And, well, at least he kept it out of that stupid wall haystack area this time. And we'll give the guy a poor break here. We'll go back to the lead. Oh, Bar, we love you so much, brother. We're sorry to see that you're having such a tough race. But, I mean, they are dirt cars, right? You're just putting them where they belong, in my opinion. So we do have Boo here in first place at Willow Springs tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have Super sitting here in second. We've got Doug in third. We've got Hair Razor up in fourth, trying to get back up to those podium spots. Doing a pretty good job of catching these guys. And then Tap, who we seen earlier, was in the race lead, getting a little wide, hitting the dirt. And now just trying to play catch-up with the top group. And he's actually going to go and get some fuel in his car, is what it looks like. He is absolutely almost out of fuel. So, and forced to pit there. So, unfortunate for Tap. We'll have to see what this is going to mean for him for his race. This might put him a little bit back. So, we got Glowsticks retaining him 5th place now. Bar in the pits. We have Type R coming around in 7th. May or may not get that position over Tap. Depends when Tap comes out of the pits here. So let's stick with Type R for a second. And just see, looks like he's going to maintain 6th. As Astro is now going to take 7th. Tap does come out of the pits in 8th place. However, brand new skin on the car. We got some new boots and a full tank of fuel. So he should be good here for a few more laps. Happy Pappy still sitting in 9th. And poor Bar, everybody's favorite here, just hanging out there, having a bit of a rough race today. But, again, still on track, still giving it everything he's got. So we do have a juicy battle with the Audi and the Nissan here for first place. The Supra does get around Boo. A little bit of contact, but just two guys racing side by side, going through a corner as Boo doesn't quite make that corner either and going a little sideways through the dirt, back on track, losing a position to Doug. So Doug now getting into second place, and hopefully he can now start to close that gap on Supra, who, ladies and gentlemen, I said at the beginning of the race, that Audi is absolutely OP. So proving that that car is proving its worth right now, sitting in first place as Boo just takes a position from Glowsticks there. We have Type R in 6th. We have Astro now in the pits. We have Bar coming around here. And same thing with Bar. He's got a fresh new pair of boots on the car and a nice full tank of fuel. And just motoring along, man. Motoring along. So Supra and Doug are looking like they are... Ooh. We did just see that Audi hit a little bit of dirt there, so we're just going to watch this for a second. He is going to have a little bit of dirty tire problem coming around this high-speed corner. This corner, if you don't get it right, it absolutely punishes you. We've seen it 3 times already tonight now with drivers, so we'll have to see how these guys Man is just a little bit wide here again. That's going to cost him. And both drivers coming into the pits here. So some interesting pit strategies going on here in this race so far tonight from what I'm noticing. Yeah, just some interesting pit strategies. I think it's just kind of a case of follow the leader right now, so guys don't lose. Essentially, you don't lose any time if you pit with the guy in front of you. You'll become out is the same distance behind him, as long as you guys are both taking new tires, filling your tanks, etc., etc. There is a little bit of variance there, obviously, depending how much fuel is left in each tank. Blah blah blah. It does matter on how much time it takes for your pit stop. Obviously, if one driver has more fuel than another, then that pit stop will go quicker and he will get out a little bit sooner. So we do have Tap here in 7th. We're going to keep our eye on Tap. We know he's a pacey driver, so we do expect to see him start to try and push back up on the 6th place driver, Hair Razor. I feel like if I go to poor Bar here, he's going to be stuck on that ugly corner again. So we're just going to check on him here. And I mean, in all honesty, Bar, that's kind of what you get for taking the evil. Just saying. We do have glow sticks here in 1st place. in that Peugeot, we have Doug in 2nd. I'm not sure what he's driving there. I believe that's a Hyundai. And we do have the Boo there in the Nissan with pressure all over Doug right now, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. I'm actually kind of surprised we don't see a Mustang on this track today. I'm not going to lie. FIA Nations Cup on tonight. If you're in, good luck. I'm up. Good luck, Elliot. Have a good race, brother. Ours is until tomorrow. So we do have Doug still maintaining 2nd place. We have Boo in 3rd. These two are absolutely been battling pretty much the whole race so far. And a little bit of love there on the front of that Nissan there. Absolutely love that. And we have Super here in 4th, so I think it was just a set of pit stops there that kind of changed all these positions, as the top 5 drivers all did go in together. So again, as I said, it depends on how much fuel a driver takes, depends if they change their tires, all that affects on how quick a pit stop is. Again, that does play into strategy in these endurance races. These drivers are got their calculators out in their heads, and they're sitting there crunching those numbers and deciding what the next move is before their next pit window. So strategy definitely does play a factor in these races. We do have Happy Pappy in 8th. We have Astro in 9th and Bar in 10th. So again, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are in between their seasons right now. So what they're doing is they're just doing a couple of special race events to kind of fill the break. And that's what this is here tonight. So what the drivers did was they put a vote of different classic cars with different tracks. And all the drivers went and voted on what they wanted to do for a couple of events in between the seasons. And this is absolutely one of the events that the drivers chose. So we're here tonight on Willow Springs with the GRB rally cars. So so far this has actually been a really fun race with the rally cars. You know, we need to see more rally cars racing on these in these GTS leagues, man. Absolutely, some good fun racing, those rally car races. So Doug now in 1st place, Boo now in 2nd, and Super in 3rd. And I'm assuming, I don't know what, right, pit stops. Happy Pappy in 6th, Glow Sticks in 7th, Type R in 8th, Astro in 9th, and Bar in 10th. Sorry guys, my brain still is a little melted from the weekend here, so apparently I'm not 100% with the program yet this week. But yeah, it's coming back to me. So Doug here now starting to pull a gap on Boo. Oh, and hey Boo, going for a little bit of a ride here. Let's go ahead and take another look at that. Just coming again, that long sweeping corner, ladies and gentlemen. When we think of Big Willow Springs, this is exactly the nightmares everybody has in their minds when they hear Willow Springs. Is this corner right here? This corner just gets so many drivers. It just looks like it's a corner you should be able to take at 100% throttle, but you really just cannot do it. Happy Pappy sitting in 6th, having a very solid race. He's been a very patient so far in this race. It has been paying off for him. He's kept himself out of trouble. He's kept himself on the track. He's been able to go a little bit longer on fuel than the rest of the drivers. So, ooh, glow sticks going all kinds of side to side, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a great job to keep that car together. Oh, boy. We thought for sure he was going to lose it there. Great job by glow sticks to keep that car on the track because it looked like it was going to go. And we have a little battle for 8th place here between Astro and Type R. So let's check this out as Astro's trying to get around him on the outside here. Coming into the danger zone, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to call this corner here on Willow Springs the absolute danger zone. Oh, hey, I got a fun button for the next time we see a guy go off that corner. You guys might enjoy that button. Hold on. Haha, I forgot about the button. So, Type R just keeping Astro in behind him here as these two are having a really good battle for 8th place here right now. We're just going to keep our eye on the radar here for a second. Make sure we're not missing anything up front. Looks like first and second are starting to tighten up a little bit here, so we are going to have to go and check back on the front pack pretty quick. So, Type R doing a really good job at holding Astro off, but Astro has not backed down. He wants that spot. So, let's see what happens over the next couple corners here, and then we are absolutely going to have to go see what's going on up in first place there, because it looks like them drivers are starting to close up. Astro's just being very patient right now. He's waiting for a better opportunity and now trying to make the move. So he is going to be on the outside coming into this corner. And just gets to move down. A little bit of contact between Type R and Astro there. It kind of looked like Type R might have checked up just a little bit not to get into the back end of him there. So... a good job by R to have race awareness, track awareness there, and keep both of the drivers out of trouble. So we do have Doug and Supra here still battling. Supra is absolutely starting to close that gap up on Doug with that, again, OP Audi Quattro, guys. You all should have been driving that car. I mean, who are we kidding here? Come on. We have Hair Razor here up in 3rd place. Looking like he's going to be coming up on Bar here. I'm not sure what these gentlemen's rules are on lap traffic. I'm not sure if the lap traffic is ghosted. It doesn't appear to be that way. So I would assume that once Hair Razor gets up on the back of Bar here, that Bar is to pull off the racing line and let Hair Razor by. But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on what the regulation on that in GTRC is. I just haven't been with the league long enough to quite know all the definitions of all the rules and all the situations that can arise on a racetrack. So, and that's exactly what happened here. Bar got the blue flag warning from the officials there and pulled off the racing line and let Hair Razor by. You can see Hair Razor with the flashing lights there, flashing the hazards to say thank you. And good job by both these drivers here to continue on. So we do have Tap now in 4th place after losing 1st place at a spin in what we're going to call the danger zone, where the drivers are coming up to right now. That just absolutely long sweeping right-hand corner. It kind of has a little bit of a hard right-hander to it near the end of it. As we see Tap coming into the pits here. Happy Pappy now coming around, also coming into the pits. Glow Sticks opting to go around again. Of course, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, their tires and fuel looking really good. On a different strategy than the rest of the drivers here as well, I just noticed, with some racing medium tires on as well. So that's a little bit interesting. I haven't even thought to check on the tire strategies for these guys yet today. From what I've noticed, all the drivers have just been running soft compounded tires, so... Dirt slide bounce, whee! The Audi is too OP. I love that Audi. I know it's OP, man. That thing's so... And I mean, honestly, that car is like 20 years older than the rest of the cars, and it's up against today, too. So it's kind of funny that it's that strong against these newer, more modern, more technology, everything, you know. Everything in these newer cars is bigger, better, and badder. But that Audi sure ain't taking no for an answer today, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, he's trying to make a move on Doug right now. Just tried to go on the outside there, but not the easiest pass to make here on Willow Springs, as the outside is absolutely definitely a long way around these corners. But Supra coming in with a nice little cutback on Doug here. Going to try and get this move done on the inside now, where he absolutely just has better positioning. But going to be on the outside coming into the next corner. So you can see him actually lay off there. He very easily could have forced that corner set of that, especially that chicane there. He could have put that set of S corners too wide if he really wanted to, but just being patient, making a smart call there, deciding not to force the issue, and potentially take both these drivers out of top spot. So sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, and sometimes you gotta know when to fold them, ladies and gentlemen. So Hair Razor here in third place, quite a ways off the pace behind Supra and Doug at this point. So the battle for first is really between two drivers at the moment. We have Boo in fourth with Glowsticks catching up on him. Now, Glowsticks is on the medium tires again, ladies and gentlemen, where every other driver are on the softs. However, with that being said, the medium tires are going to last longer than the soft compounded tires. You're only really essentially losing about a second off the pace from the soft tire runners. And you're going to use less fuel on the medium compounded tires because the tires aren't putting as much grip to the ground because they're a little bit of a harder compounded tires. So with the car not putting so much energy into the rear tires trying to grab the road, it's in turn actually saving a little bit of fuel. As we have Hair Razor coming out of the pits here in fifth place. That was a full fuel, full tire stop. Tap up in sixth here. We have Type R sitting in seventh. Happy Pappy in eighth. Astro in ninth, and our boy Bar here in 10th place. He is going to need a car wash after this race, ladies and gentlemen. He has put all kinds of dust up all over that car. So we have Doug and Super here just absolutely giving her here for first place. Neither one of these drivers wants to give that position up, and if one has to lose that position, they are all over the fight to get that position back. So, and again, coming in with each other here. So, Supra has 9% fuel left, and Doug has 5% fuel left. So 9 liters and 5 liters, ladies and gentlemen. So we would suspect that Supra is actually going to come out even further ahead. Should come out ahead of Doug here. Doug came in ahead of Supra first into the pits, but because of the difference in fuel, it should very well be enough for Supra to actually come out in front of Doug here, I think. And that is actually exactly what happened here. That 4 liters difference in fuel cost Doug that spot coming out of pit lane. So, again, fuel definitely coming into play in this race. It's a factor as far as positioning goes coming in and out of the pit lane, and definitely a factor for positioning on track. So, Supra and Doug came right out behind Boo, who very briefly had first place while those two were in the pits, but very quickly losing that first place position to Supra, and now Doug all over Boo, trying to get around him as quickly as possible so we can get back on that battle for first place. So we are absolutely going to stick with this as, Doug getting a little bit loose there. Coming around that corner just a little bit too quick on those fresh tires. Not quite up to temperature yet. Cold tires are a thing, ladies and gentlemen. Cold tires are an absolute real thing here in Gran Turismo Sport. Cold tires on Willow Springs here probably the first half of your lap. And do not dip those cold tires into the dirt, or boy oh boy, you're not going to have a good day. As Boo is actually kind of trying to get back up on that on the Audi and Supra there up ahead of him, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. That Audi absolutely just flying around this racetrack, though, as I suspected it would today. Doug in third. We have the Glowsticks now sitting in fourth place again on a different strategy than the rest of these drivers. So really curious to see how this is actually going to work out for him at the end of the race here. Going to basically try and essentially run a double stint on that medium tire. And Hair Razor in fifth is now starting to gain on Glowsticks, and as you can see, if we go between Hair Razor and Glowsticks is on the medium tire. Probably in about the same kind of condition as the driver behind him when you consider the wear and the hardness of the compound of the tire. However, with that being said, Hair Razor is on the faster compound tire because he's on the softer tire. So Glow Sticks has his work cut out for him to keep Hair Razor behind him to start with because he is on the faster tire. But if Glow Sticks can keep Hair Razor behind him for a lap or two, which it doesn't look like is going to happen, Hair Razor just absolutely just blew right around him on the inside there, being able to hold the inside part of that racetrack at a higher speed, again, just because he's on that softer compounded tire. But we'll see how this little battle between these two progresses. As long as Glow Sticks keeps Hair Razor within 7/10 of a second of him, those medium tires are actually going to be absolutely irrelevant due to slipstream. So we have a battle between Boo and Doug here for second place still. Doug has gotten around Boo, and Boo now trying to fight back to get that position back. So these front 4 or 5 drivers have just been absolutely having great battles, but as we can see here, the pole, the leader of the race is just starting to gain that gap, and I'm sure he's loving the fact that Doug and Boo are absolutely just battling back there, because every time those two drivers behind him are battling for position, it's just giving Super more and more chance to open that gap up between first and second place. So right now Super's in a very good spot for this race with about 20 minutes left, give or take, and just needs to keep it calm and keep it on track and keep the pace, and should walk away with this race as it stands right now. 20 minutes is a lot of time for things to change on Willow Springs, ladies and gentlemen. One mistake is all it takes. We've seen it already a couple of times here tonight in this race. As Boo's diving into the pits there, so now it's Doug has the opportunity to get some clean air here and try to now chase Super back down and try to regain that first place position. So Hair Razor in third place, having a great race himself in that Hyundai as well. We have Tap now sitting back in fourth place after losing first place earlier on in the race due to a spin in the danger zone, as we're calling it today, because that's absolutely what that long sweeping corner before the start-finish line is. It is absolutely just a dangerous corner. It's a very deceiving corner. We have Boo here in fifth place. We've got Glow in sixth again. Going back to that soft compounded tire this time. Not messing around now. So he got himself in a decent position here on the racetrack right now. Don't want to keep losing pace on the slower tire. And we have Type R, and his tires are looking type worn, ladies and gentlemen. We would suspect he's going to be coming in very soon for some tires. And clearly that Subaru eats up the front tires quite badly. And Happy Pappy here in 8th, Astro in 9th, and our boy Bar still putting his paces here in 10th, just pushing away. Love to see it. That's what we're talking about. Those are the types of racers that we like on track, the guys that don't give up. So Super here in first place, looking pretty darn good. And I mean, you know, this Audi has quite a few advantages over the rest of the cars, even though the rest of the cars that it is up against today in the field are newer, better chassis, better suspension, better engines, just better technology all around. This little Audi has a couple of things going for it. A, the downforce on this car is insane on the road courses. The downforce works really, really, really well for this Audi. And it has an absolutely crazy short wheelbase. As you guys can see, you know, the front to back tires is barely a door. Where you go and look at this Hyundai, and it's just much larger wheelbase. So that Audi A has a smaller slipstream. So it is a lot harder for these bigger cars to catch up into the slipstream of that Audi. And again, that Audi, because of the short wheelbase and just that absolutely fantastic aero package on it, just has really good downforce. It is just absolutely probably one of the best cars in the GRB class in GT Sport, hands down. We have Tap here in fourth. We have Boo in fifth. We've got Glow in sixth. We've got Happy Pappy sitting here in seventh. We've got Type R in eighth. We've got Astro in ninth. And we have Bar sitting here in 10th. So let's do a onboard lap with our race leader as we go around Willow Springs via the OP view, ladies and gentlemen, here on Gran Turismo Sport. The cockpit view. It is the best view. This is my favorite view to watch from. And I wish I could just race at this view a lot better than I can watch it in, that's for sure. But absolutely fantastic view. Love watching the races from the cockpit view of these cars. The details phenomenal, you know. And if you ever watch a content creator, ladies and gentlemen, a streamer playing Gran Turismo, ACC, whatever, any kind of sim racing game, and you watch a cockpit view compared to what they're doing with their wheel on stream, the motion that you see right now in Supra's wheel is exactly the range of motion you're seeing in the simulated wheel and pedal set. That I'm not sure that he's running on a wheel and pedal set, but if Supra is using a wheel and pedal set to drive a Gran Turismo, that is exactly the amount of input that he is putting into the steering wheel of the car. That is absolutely how good the physics of Gran Turismo are with its equipment. It's just absolutely 100% top notch. Sorry, playing with the audio here. My audio mixer's being a little silly. There we go. You know, that audio almost lost it into that corner, so that's about a lap's worth of cockpit view from our race leader Supra, who is looking very strong. But Doug is not gonna just let him drive away with this, ladies and gentlemen. Doug is absolutely starting to close that gap back up. So the Hyundai proven to be a very pacey car here today as well on Willow Springs. So a little bit surprising to see that, actually, because you know it's a Hyundai. But you know, no, not hating. I swear. And we have Tap here in that Toyota. We have Boo here again in that Nissan, sitting in 5th place, trying to chase Tap down. Looking like he might be able to gain on him here as long as he keeps those laps clean. We have Glow Sticks trying to catch Boo. So we do have some little battles starting to develop here as we close up near the last portion of this race. So we probably only have about 5 minutes left of this race, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking. So we best get scrolling to make sure we ain't missing anything. As that Audi gets a little bit into the dirt on the inside of that corner. The curb kind of throwing him a little bit off balance. But again, doing a good job of keeping that car under control. Again, another benefit to having a short wheelbase. I mean, that thing's like a go-kart on wheels, that Audi Quattro. It's just crazy how much smaller that car is compared to the rest of them. So, Supra coming in for what would be, I'm assuming, his final stop of the race, as Doug continues on here. Looking like he could probably do 2 to 3 more laps on the fuel. And a little bit of strategy coming from Supra there. He didn't change the tires. All he did there was just splash and dash. So, potentially maybe contemplating running the rest of the race out on those tires. So a little bit of a interesting strategy there. We'll see how that works out for Supra. And Type R is starting to absolutely gain on Happy Pappy here. So we're going to just stick with this for a minute. Yeah, oops, OP. It's a monster in a straight line. Oh, I know that. Seriously, that's like my favorite GRB car, that Quattro. It has absolutely just so much fun to play with. So Type R gonna go and try and take this pass on the inside into corner 1 here. But Happy Pappy just absolutely just hummed that Peugeot around that corner, man. He just closed the door and kept on going. So Type R now having to close that gap back up so we could try and attempt to make another move here. And he has absolutely done closing the gap up here, but now needs to find a spot to get around Happy Pappy here. Looks like he's going to try and make a move on the inside again. But it looks like that Happy Pappy is just a little bit better in the braking zones than Type R right now. And Type R is just not able to get that Subaru around him on the inside there. So great job by Happy Pappy to actually continue to keep Type R from taking that position on the outside. Not really trying to defend much here. He's just keeping it clean, just racing his line. But, I mean, as I said, this race is getting to be near the end, so we do need to, you do need to start defending some point or another not to lose that position. So we have Doug here in first, and we have Super here in second, and the gap between the two is actually quite significant. So Doug is absolutely looking like he's gonna have to potentially pit here. I don't know if he's gonna have enough fuel. And yeah, I didn't think he was gonna have enough fuel to complete another lap. So we're gonna sit with Super here and see where he comes out in comparison to Doug. Doug will literally probably just be doing a splash and dash here. So we should see Doug come out either just in front of Super or just behind, if I had to guess. And coming out about, a second behind. Looks like about a second behind there. Pit crew let me down. Yeah, airlock in the gas can, I think, or in the fueling can. I think that's what happened there, Doug. But I mean, that didn't help you any there either, though, brother. That's just Doug absolutely getting into the dirt there. He's gonna go make some sandcastles over there in the corner here, and he's got Hair Razor all over him there, so I would assume Hair Razor's probably going to get that position off him here, as Hair Razor does get that position off Doug for second place. So now Doug sitting in third place after that little bit of a mistake there, just pushing a little too hard. Tires are wearing out a little bit. You know, when you're pushing for a race win, that stuff like that happens, ladies and gentlemen. We have Tap, who just got around Bar here. And again, Barr still hanging it in there, man. He's still on track, ladies and gentlemen. Still doing his thing, man. Still pushing, still driving. So huge mad respect out to Barr there. A lot of drivers would have rage quit after going through a couple of massive off-track incidents like he went through there, but not this guy, man. He's still there putting on his paces. So massive respect there. That's what we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. That's when we say sportsmanship. That's what we mean. You know, that's one of these things with. Oh, hey. Checkered flags. Wow, that was no good. I'm too busy yapping. Can't miss the checkered flags. Beautiful thing about the replay. Oh, that Audi going all kinds of off the track. Wow. Absolutely not a very good time for Super to be doing that and having a little bit of... I don't know if he was glitching there or what was up there, but... Super coming across the line in first place in that Audi. We have Hair Razor in second, Doug in third. So our top three finishers today, ladies and gentlemen, are Supra, Hair Razor, and Doug, as Tap coming across in fourth. Great job by Tap after losing first place in a spin. Glowstick coming across in fifth and being all the way at the back of the pack and coming back for a top five finish as Boo comes across in sixth place. We have Happy Pappy sitting in seventh here. And our ninth place driver, Astro, finishing as he came across the line just in front of Supra there at the end of the race. So we'll stick with Happy Pappy here as he is coming around the final section of the racetrack here, the danger zone. And now coming down the front back straightaway. Ooh, turfing that a little bit wide. Managed to gather it back up with enough time. The Type R didn't have the space to get him. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was a replay, unfortunately, so I can't just stop it and check the race results. But absolutely fantastic race put on here by the GTRC tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And it's always more fun doing these live, obviously, because it's just more fun. But great job by the drivers on Saturday. This race was done Saturday afternoon. And the next one will be this coming Saturday as well, unless these guys tell me differently. They will be at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm not going to release the car and I'm not going to release the track because, well, you guys got to tune in to find out. absolutely got to tune in to find out what we're doing here. But it's going to be a fun race. You guys definitely don't want to miss it. So, thanks for the commentary, Tara. Great commentary, great fun. Super cheated. Well, all I did was just pick the OP car. I mean, if that's cheating, then I guess super cheated, absolutely. But I don't know. If I would have seen that car on track, I would have been shaking in my booties already too. Absolutely. So, again, we will be broadcasting this Saturday live for these guys, and hopefully we have everything worked out so we can actually be broadcasting this through the league's YouTube channel as well. So hopefully on Saturday we'll be broadcasting through my channel here and GTRC YouTube. What we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to upload this video to my computer, and then we will go ahead and upload that to the GTRC YouTube for them as well. So the video will be available on their YouTube channel tomorrow, some point in time. I'm not sure how long. It depends how long it takes my computer to upload it, I suppose. Shouldn't take too long, but so we'll have that up within the next 24 hours for sure over on the GTRC YouTube. You guys are up in the chat here. You don't hesitate to drop that link down in the chat there for the viewers, so they can head on over to the channel and go throw you guys a subscribe and some love. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be uploading this on the GTRC YouTube, and so the video will be available there within the next 24 hours. And then hopefully we'll have the next broadcast live on Saturday, streaming through their channel for them as well. Ideally, when we do these commentaries for the leagues that we do the commentaries for here at GT45 Gaming, we like to do it through a channel that the league has going as well. Help, build the communities for me, show the love, all that great stuff that comes with these races. So I just want to say great job by the racers today. A huge shout out to Bar for sticking it out, man, staying on track, taking that race all the way to the end. I know as a racer and a driver on this game, it gets absolutely frustrating when you're just having a bad race. I totally get where he was coming from in this race on Saturday. I've had races where they've been so bad I've literally sat at the start-finish line for a minute and a half just so I didn't have to do another lap. So I totally feel the pain there, brother. And just good on you, man, for sticking it out and finishing that race. Again, sportsmanship is everything in this sport, and sportsmanship like that always deserves respect. So huge shout out to Bar. Absolutely massive, great drive by Super, our winner in that OP Audi. Great drive by Doug. Great drive by all the drivers there today. I can't even remember the racing order anymore. It was a fun race. You know what? You don't see much of that when we think about events and when we think about league races. We think about GR3 cars. We think about Group 4 cars. We think about Super Formula cars. We think about LMP1 cars. We think about Group 2 cars. We don't think about GRB cars ever. Nobody ever talks about the rally cars. Rally cars are totally underplayed in this game, in my opinion. So, absolutely loved to see that. I'm so glad that the drivers picked this race because it was absolutely a fun race to watch. I'm sure it was a fun race to drive in. So, yeah, hopefully we start to see a little bit more of that moving forward in the future from some of the leagues and some of the teams that we work with here. And that was a lot of fun. That was absolutely a lot of fun. So, I definitely want to see more of that. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to shut this broadcast down. So we have just this video to put on the GTRC YouTube channel, and what we'll do is like I said, I'll shut this one down, make sure I get this saved to my computer right away, and then I will refire a new stream, and we'll continue with GT45 Gaming's regular Tuesday schedule. So, huge shout out to the GTRC. Like I said, man, absolutely great group of dudes. These guys, they just love to race. They just like to have fun. You should hear their racing chat while these guys are racing. It's absolutely just a whole lot of fun. So, maybe one day we'll let you in behind the scenes on one of these races. Maybe. We'll see how much hype sauce the viewers are given, and And then by we'll absolutely have to maybe sneak a little peek into the chat for the viewers to get a little behind the scenes sound of what goes on during these endurance races. So most of the time during these endurance races, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to give a little backup, a little history on how these things go down. It takes an amazing amount of effort to put these events on, to run these leagues. It takes a lot of work behind the scenes from the league and their administration staff. So a big shout out to the GTRC staff for putting on these events. They're absolutely a blast to be a part of. We do have new season coming in January. I will confirm with everybody once it's all kind of 100% confirmed with the league, of course. I don't want to say anything until I have 100% factual information for everybody. And yeah, you know, this is going to be a really fun league to continue working with, and I look forward to all these broadcasts in the future. But definitely tune in Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Again, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing live commentary for this group, the GTRC, and you're not going to want to miss this race, guys, for real. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Bar is gone. Link at some point. I'd join a dirt league. Yeah, so would I, Kilt. Absolutely. Hey, and you know what? You're absolutely you're most welcome for the commentary, guys. I love doing this. It's very fun. I'm no Tatiana, but we do the best we can. So the next broadcast will be loaded with the proper information and more prepared to go. And yeah, we'll just continue doing what we do here. So much love to the GTRC boys. They did a fantastic job. Again, Canadian, United Kingdom, and United States drivers in the race. And I love seeing drivers from all over the world in these events. It's absolutely just shows how deep the sim racing community goes and how deep these league communities, families, however you want to call it. You know, some people call them communities, some people call them families. You know, here at GT45 Gaming, we're a family. We call it a family. So it just goes to show it how deep the roots go in the sport and how much support that each community has for each other, no matter whether you live right next door to somebody or you're 10,000 miles away overseas. So great stuff tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It was an absolute amazing event. I loved it. One of my favorites so far this year. And I can't wait till Saturday. So everybody, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for showing the love. We're going to get you guys a link for these guys on the page here as well before Saturday, so you guys can go subscribe over at the GTRC YouTube channel and not miss any more broadcasts or any content that's posted over there. And what do we say here at GT45 Gaming Chat? Everybody stay winning, because you're number one. Love you all, and we are absolutely going to see you here shortly again. Have a great night. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast this evening. And don't forget to share this out, everybody. We love you tons.